Hello teacher, my name is Camila and I'm going to talk about for the Moodle platform. What is it? Moodle is a free online learning management system adapted to the needs of teachers, students and administrators. Now I'm going to talk about the profile, which is one options that Moodle offers. In the profile, we find all your data, such as the country, the email, your name, surname, etc. We can also change your photo, since very important because since we work in a virtual way and with the photo is recognized use. Can also modify data that we have not yet completed, and if we want can give you a user description. Also notify the course you are a student, and finally it's mark the difference between whether you are a student or a teacher. Of the options available to Moodle are user types and their role. First is the teacher. You can create, modify and delete activities, also qualify, give feedback and create video conference. Second, it is the student. He can view and perform the activities, deliver them and establish communication with the other student and the teacher. Third is the guest. You are enabled to view the course and the platform, but you cannot participate. Another option in Moodle is to see the calendar. Allows you to see every day of the month with the respective course, and according to the day it marks the homework, the practical works and this class. You can see previous month or next month. You can also select if you want to see the tasks of a subject or of a specific subject. Bye teacher!
Hi, I am Mateo Manoukian and I will talk about homepage and preference. On the homepage of the site, we can see various sections. At the top, give us two options: a browser to browse the entire app, and a menu with two options: show download options and manage storage. Below this, we have two more options: site home, who has many more options like site announcements, my courses, search courses, and courses categories. All of these options are inside home, but next to this we have the dashboard. At the bottom we have 5 sections. The first, from the right, is the home page. I prefer it in the center, but I have it using other apps. The second is the calendar. It is the section where I spend more time. It is very useful, really useful. The third is dedicated to messages. It is very convenient to talk to teachers. In the fourth are notifications. I still do not understand this section. And finally we have a section completely dedicated to student comfort. It has many preferences. It glides to options and a section with information of the app. In the options part we have messages, where we can customize the section of the messages, and the other is notifications that allows us to customize the section of notifications, and finally the information section that show us how much space is using the app in memory and cache.
Hi, I am Ignacio Mazza and this is my part of the practical work where I will talk about two sections, course and notifications. Course. There are sections for each subject, for example, English, or place, for example, psychology. Within these are their different sectors. Participants. Here is a list of the members of the course and you can go to their profile, qualifications. Here, each practical work, task, or exam appears with the corresponding task. Content. Here, each teacher. Content. Here, each teacher outlines assignment, notice, practical work, evaluation, or notes. The teacher can divide content in two sections to be more organized. Competitions. There are sectors for the students. For the student, sync up for the Olympics. And notifications. These are small. These are small alerts or news that reach you by email or cell phone with the aim letting the students know that the teacher replied the message. The student has a complete task. The teacher has correct some homework. The deadline for homework or practical work will end in an hour. There will be synchronous class in an hour. There will be an exam in an hour. You have tasks to do.
Okay, hi teacher. My name is Tobias Sirne, and I'm in this group, and I'm gonna talk about Atlantic Foundation and Moodle. Atlantic Foundation is a private educational organization to the proper management of different courses and subjects to the University of Lomas de Zamora. As Google has Classroom, Atlantic Foundation has something called Moodle. Moodle is very good and is a very good choice for the learning of us, of the students. When we open the app of Moodle or when we enter a page, because you can enter in the page, the first thing we see is the dashboard and more things, but I'm gonna talk about the timeline. The timeline is a place where we can see all the things we have in order of date, and we can see all the exams, the courses, the classes, the practical works we have to send, and more things in an order 2 days. We can show the 5 days. After we can see the 10 days or 25 days that we can change it in configuration, because Moodle, it is a place with a lot of options for configuration. Also, we have the private files. The private files, it is a place where we can upload to the cloud some files we can use, or we think that it can be used for something of the school, but just for us. For that is private. And the last is that Moodle, it is a fairly complete platform. I know there is discussions in the students, parents, teachers. Someone didn't like very good that app, but in our group we have been talking about, and we unanimously agree that it is a very good options. It needs some actualizations. We have to upload some things, but it is a very good options for the learning of this situation. So I think we are conformed. Okay, and last thing is the course overview. In the course overview we can see all the courses we have, we are working on it, and percentages that can show us how many progress we are working on that course. Like, I don't know, in math you can have a 100% is that you do all activities and you be in all classes, and it's like a organization, it's like a method of organization. It's very good and we are happy with that. So bye, teacher.
My name is Kevin Ramirez, and in my part, it's about explaining the topic of messages and grade within the mobile platform. Once inside the application, at the button when can fit the chatbot in the middle of a bell and the calendar. Once the chat pressed, what will be blade the view at the messages and curious that they made privacy to the teacher. Integrate area where can fit in the course area. Web press the series course. Oh,